Nostalgic games are awesome. The Wind Waker, Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door, and Kingdom Hearts all punched me square in the gut with nostalgia, but recently I was reminded of a game that might just be the most nostalgic of them all. I'm not going to pretend to know anything at all about cars or racing games or quad-turbo 18-cylinder W16 8-liter T5 turbocharger 5-speed ZF transaxle engine systems, let alone what racing games from 2005 were actually good or not. But for me, there's only two contenders for best racing game: Burnout Revenge and Burnout Takedown. Both of these games involve fast-paced racing, hella driftage, a mechanic called takedowns where you ram the other racers off the track, and awesome mid-2000s soundtracks that, unfortunately, I'll have to replace with Mario Kart music to avoid copyright. These games are so 2000s it hurts.
In Burnout competition, same way traffic is there to be nailed. We call it checking traffic. Checking traffic.
Growing up, I always liked Revenge better, but my big sibling had the audacity to leave Takedown in the PS2 whenever I wanted to play. I think the main reason I preferred Revenge was the mere fact that you could just ram into same direction traffic with zero consequences, and of course, the explosions. Burnout Revenge isn't even a racing game, it's a crashing game. The whole point is to battle the other racers, trying your best to knock them off the track to fill your boost gauge so you can Sonic the Hedgehog your way into first place. The pacing is super fast, there's tons of shortcuts and side paths to explore, and taking out your opponents is just so gosh dang satisfying. You can even use Aftertouch to influence the movement of your vehicle if you crash to take out extra opponents and keep your boost gauge filled. And if someone takes you out, they become your revenge rival to give you an extra objective to take out during the race. There's a bunch of different modes like Traffic Attack, where you just mow down all the soccer moms and delivery drivers on the road to rack up a damage total, Road Rage, where you execute takedowns to meet a point requirement, and Burning Laps, where you get an extra spicy car and try to cross the finish line before a time limit. And it's all packed into a single player mode that progresses you through different stages and challenges where you collect stars to raise your rank. Oh, looks like I ranked up to offensive. I gotta say something offensive, I guess. Oh, okay, I got it. These modes are all pretty fun, but one of my favorites are the Crash Breaker races. This is the mode I absolutely loved as a kid. In these races, you get an extra chance for revenge if you end up crashing by casting a max level explosion spell to take out any nearby opponents. It's just way too much fun blasting the other racers away and then taking off with the massive amounts of boosts you collected from it. As fun as the actual racing is, the whole reason I'm into Burnout is all of the yeah. This car's my favorite because it's blue. Another super fun mode is the Crash Events. In this mode, the only goal is to cause as much damage as possible by slamming your car into traffic and causing a massive... Are these explosion jokes funny? Follow-up question. So Revenge was always my favorite as a kid, and it still is, but Takedown has a lot going for it as well. Where Revenge is a lot more focused on the battle side of things, Takedown provides a lot more challenge. Any sort of traffic will take you out, opponents are a bit harder to take down, and every slam or nudge from other racers has a lot more of an effect on your vehicle. It's also far easier to take yourself out by taking your corners badly or missing a takedown attempt. I found myself crashing way more often in Takedown than I was in Revenge. But otherwise, these games are super similar in feel. Revenge has everything Takedown does, but Takedown will give you a bit more realism. It just depends on if you want a little more challenge or a little more... Both games, like I mentioned, also have fantastic soundtracks, including lots of songs I still listen to this day, like Helicopter by Block Party, Red Flag by Billy Talent, I'm Not Okay by My Chemical Romance, and Reinventing the Wheel to Run Myself Over by Fall Out Boy. It's pretty safe to say these games shaped a lot of my musical tastes. Fun story, I actually found out a song by the band Comeback Kid was in Burnout Revenge, and I only found out about Comeback Kid a couple of years ago. They were in Burnout this whole time and I never knew, but I think that just goes to show how much I actually vibe with these games' OSTs. So ultimately, if you're craving some fast-paced 2000s arcade-style racing, either of these games are some of the best you can get. Like I said, Burnout Revenge is still my favorite, but I do think Burnout Takedown is overall the better game.
Damn it!
What's going on here?
What does it look like?